This will get us into Diamond 1. That won't work. It's literally one. Okay. I mean, that technically will. As a turn 2 teacher, turn 3 courier with no follow through, but it has an annihilate. This is a ways off, but the annihilate can do something for us. And let's see what we got on top. Diplo, it'll get us one of the paw. But I want to get an artifact. I know that that might not be the coolest thing, because if I don't get a paw, then you'll know that was a horrible mistake. But if I do get the paw, it'll have worked out just fine. Ooh, that's some follow through.
You're a sad bunch.
And even he torches this here, or not. Okay, I'm fine with that. Okay, he freezes it. That's fine. So he didn't have torch. Don't actually need that.
The forest holds many secrets.
This might persuade him not to attack. I don't think he has a torch. He could have drawn a torch. We'll see. No torch. No! Sleep! Till Brooklyn. Naraj. Naraj quit. Ooh. So it didn't persuade him not to attack, that's for sure. Okay. Actually kind of like that for turn 4. Against this deck. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that against this deck. I should have killed it before he went off on the war cry. That would have been smarter. Definitely would have been smarter. Mana's kind of tight right now. Sure. I will definitely take that.
Draw, mister.
Okay.
Fresh kills make the best pelts.
Oh, I should have attacked with the 2/2 rat.
Take this! Now, the real training begins.
Okay, so I think I blocked the 4/2. Oh no. The main thing here is that he'd have a torch or something, right? He could have the overwhelm thing, but it still dies. Definitely still dies here. What would make it not die in Fire and Paw? Most Paw stuff isn't going to boost it +3, so I'm pretty sure it's going to die. The quick draw would have been more of an issue with the torch there because it would have died for free. That would have been a bade. A real bade. Got that extra war cry off earlier. Oh. Excellent.
You're a sad bunch.
I have that for an emergency. I could also get rid of that too. It's actually probably a better play. And it'd be a weird play too. Yeah. I'm good with that. Buff it. Go for it, big guy. I can bounce your guy. Battle axes. Oh, that's such a cool effect. Sure. Sure. No. A no. I said no. That was funny, right? Wah ha 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 ha. Equivocate's good against this guy. But I want some relics! Drizat. You have a random 2-drop and something that you got off the top. Ooh.
Many secrets.
Have we met? Okay. Double rat cage is good. I have all the colors. That's fine. Especially since Severin becomes a 6/7. On 4 mana 6/7 is pretty good. Definitely. Oh yeah. This match. Let's see how this goes. Going against Jetton here. He's got a fire. And something else that's not fire, because you would never play Seek Power in a strictly fire deck. At least I'm relatively sure of that fact. Not entirely, but relatively sure. Let's watch. Let's see if I'm correct in assuming that Seek Power... Oh, look at that! He's running Show. Yeah. Show's the only thing I can think of that would be doing that. Turn 2, 3, 3. Aw, yeah, that's decent. This is now a 4/5 with the 2 rat cages. And it's actually, no, a 5/6, which will increase all of my other rats because this is going to pull a rat cage out as well. Query. Throwing out a lost scroll pretty early. That's not scary. Okay, so he must have gotten something pretty good against this particular matchup. I noticed a lot of people have been playing artifacts recently, and that's probably because it's just so fun. Let's see. He's got a little bit of hate here, most likely. That torch, that's definitely hate. It won't completely stop all that we're doing. Oh, I love VAR against us. Love VAR against us. Usually have rats, and it just decimates them. And Annihilate's pretty good against VAR, too, obviously. She does shut down these 2 rats, and that's annoying. But we got an Emerald Ring, so I think it'll work out. I'm playing another Severin next turn. It would have been nice to have that 0/3 elf. What's her name again? Lahari, or Lethrai, sorry. Lethai Courier. I can say Courier instead of Courtier, so I have some pronunciation. That's fine. Not gonna block. I might annihilate you later. Oh, pony snatch. Let's go with this. Because if he blocks with pony snatcher, I can, yeah. Alright, so I don't have any merchants in my hand. So I'm thinking play Severin. Give one of my guys +1/+1. That'll do. I was kind of hoping he'd block with Pony Snatcher because I was going to play the Elvish Swindler to get the relic that does 1 damage, the trap. That would have been phenomenal. Here, I think I take the 3 again. I want to block with that 5/6, I really do, but I'm pretty sure he has like a torch or a finest hour, something like that. Don't want to deal with that at the moment. Yeah, for sure. Actually, I'm going to buff him. And I'm going to use the other 4 on these 2 guys. Yeah. It's 16, he goes to 4. Could have done it where he goes to 3, but I'm fine with this. I'm going to annihilate the Vara after blocking so that he uses one of his buff spells. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. That's what I suspected he was going to use earlier against Severin. And I'm just going to go ahead and kill Vara now. I know he could potentially buff it, but I doubt it. The main thing is Torch is pretty crazy there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that would be a surprise bit of extra. But I think making him unblockable, he'd go to 12. So that'd do 5. He'd be blocked, you'd be blocked. So we'd get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Not enough. Could 10, 11. Still not enough. Okay. I think that distribution works best. He's going to block this the 4/4 with the 5/4. And he's going to use that to block Severin, I believe. The Pony Statue will block Severin. Possibly not. We'll see. He might not block Severin with the Pony Snatcher, but I feel like at 7 health he's really pressured to. Yeah. Yes. Oh, that's why. He actually mathematically had to block there. I could be going into a roll here. But I love going wide in against a deck that has lifesteal. I'm going to be punished here if he plays roll, but no, I'm not punished. So we got another one! Neat. Alrighty, time to queue up for the next guy. The wait time is going really well. And the matches are going really well, so today's a good day. Luna! Wonder if they're referring to the moon or not. Strange observation, I know. But I can't think of anything else when it comes to Luna. That's the only association that I have, just because of lunar. I was born near NASA, so lunar, near and dear, you know? Alright. Start out with, I definitely want that, yeah. But mainly because it's tapped, and I don't want my tapped to come out later because I already have a plan for 2, 3, and 4. And I also really wanted that time sigil to get the teacher out as soon as possible. For turn 3, actually, I want to make sure I get Severin out on 4. I love getting him out on curve, so I think I'm just going to stick with the 2-1, especially if there's no need to do a pitfall trap. Like, if he doesn't have a 2-1, this deck runs Hojin a lot of the time. So here, I want to get her out. Yeah, she'll be cool to get me some card advantage. I love that card, but I don't have any capacity to go wide yet.
Take this. Now,
So I'm putting that on the bottom. It feels real bad, but ooh, at least they're both increased in cost. But it feels really bad to put that on the bottom. But I have a way to draw it with the 3 costs Time Shadow Primal card. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I'm sure we'll draw it this game, as I'm running 4 copies of it. We haven't seen it yet, but it's the one that you can get +2 quick draw as one of the options. You can put an attacker to the bottom of the deck, which is amazing removal. And finally, because it works on anything. And the last one is, of course, drawing the relic from your deck. Oh, he quit already. Wow, Relics is strong right now. We're getting a lot of people who are just conceding. I mean, the matches don't take very long, right? And we're queuing up super fast. Think we'll make a pretty solid rush to Masters if it goes like this, but maybe we'll get some crazy decks. Turn 2 Teacher always feels good. Especially with turn 3 Secret Passage to make sure it gets in there regardless of what kind of blocker he is. He has to have removal for it, which a lot of decks run. In those colors, he could bounce it with the 2-cost Equivocate. So I already have one of those. Don't want it. I know I could use the Lobotomy on it, but I can use the Lobotomy on the one I have. Just get that teacher out. See if he goes for the removal option or trying to get a blocker. Going for the blocker. Alright, so the blocker works well for me. I could go for killing it, but I would much rather just do this. See what I get off the top.
now the real training begins.
And if it's nothing interesting, since I'm going against this particularly irritating deck, I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to need that again. I'm going to use this against his 1/1 flyer if he uses it, or to kill his 3/4 Nightfall, gain 4 health. Those are 2 very commonly run Nightfall cards. So when I see Darkstalker, it's a good indicator he might be playing one of those other 2 Nightfall cards, and this is very useful against those 2 in particular with a 3/3 on the board. Okay, he's not playing anything. Going to go with Severin. Unless there's a turn 5 I want. No, not particularly.
Take this.
The turn 5... Oof, I wish I had another paw. I know, I said I wanted to use Pitfall Trap for something else, but I really want to draw and discard this Diplomatic Seal because it doesn't help me whatsoever at the moment. Oh my, he's equivocating. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Rindra is good if he is in fact a Maul deck. Which Duskrider is also an indicator of that deck. Paw? No. Alright. I'm gonna play this. Pitfall Trap. Okay. So here... I don't want to go to 5 unless it's with a paw, so... Like, I have no particular need to go to 5 if it's not paw. My 5 drops need that second paw. I don't really need the second shadow for anything in this deck, and I definitely don't need 4 time, I need 2 time. What's he getting rid of? Ah, smart. Yeah, that works great. I have a lot of stuff in my hand. Oh, I can just curse him again. That's interesting. Yeah, because it increases the cost by 2. There's Teacher.
You're a sad bum.
There's the Lunar Magnus I was talking about earlier. Ooh, yes. Despite all my rage. So currently I can give all my guys a pretty significant buff here.
Fresh kills make the best pelts.
So I think I'm going to go for that. Okay, so first off, I'm going to pay 0 to draw and discard. Don't particularly need more health at the moment. And then I'm going to put a 1/1 on you. Attack with you. It's fine if he blocks. He can do the 3/3 or the 3/4 and the 3/3, and that's fine. Oh, okay. Well, I want to get rid of the 3/4. He can have a Berserk unit. Right now, I'm trying to kill him as soon as possible. This, giving my board +4/+4, is 12 extra damage out of nowhere, which is really nice if he taps out here. Because it will be 12 plus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 21 damage. Okay, he's bouncing my... Oh, that's particularly strange because I get to go to market again. He's bouncing again. Is he going to bounce a third time? Oh, no, he doesn't have to. Can't block. Silly me. Well, that would... Oh, perfect thing to draw here.
Make no sound.
Alright, so he's most likely a Maul deck, so I'm definitely playing that. And at 6, I'd like to play as much as I can. So I'm going to play... How many rack? Just 1 Rat Cage, yeah. And I don't have the paw, so I'm going to play Valley Smuggler. Get rid of this. I wish I had something to counter the Maul. Anything I draw is going to be dramatically increased in cost, so I'm actually going to skip that because I can play those for free. Then that is going to be 8 damage. Try to get as much as I can out there. Draw and discard. Okay, I'm going to discard this one. Okay, so Maul does 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 damage. So I'm effectively at 2 here. So if he attacked all out, I'd only be able to block the 4/4 and the 3/3. The 2 would hit me, and it would be game. Yeah, that's what's happening. He's mauling me. I'm getting mauled right now. For exact lethal. Feels bad. Feels bad. Feels bad. It's Maul. It's been a pleasure. Ah! 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 Here we have some good combos in the Courier plus the Rat Cage. We have all our colors as well. It feels bad being behind in terms of only having 2, but I get to look on top, and I'm able to draw more power if I ever... Like, just with what I have, I could theoretically draw more power. I'm putting anything that's not power on the bottom right now because I took such a risky start, but I think it's worth it with risky starts that have such payoffs. Like, this synergy right here can seal games. The Teacher's not coming out, but I could theoretically draw time here. I didn't, but it's possible. I'm not playing that because I want the Dream right here in the 3rd draws to get that power card, and more than a third of the deck is power, so it's very statistically probable. Didn't happen, but it is statistically probable. I am going to go ahead and play this so that next turn... It does block the 2/2, but next turn I would like to play a Rat Cage into Hideaway, and I'll get 2 power off of that, which means with the... Oh... So he might have Torch here. Oh, Cockroach. That feels good. Feels good. So 1 mana things that aren't Torch that gets... Bear Guard. Yeah, Bear Guard lets that through. Obviously not blocking. I very much need the Courier for this to happen. I might get tapped. Let's see. Didn't get tapped. Feels very good. Commit deeper to a bigger board. No, with the removal spells I've got, that's better. Yeah. So the 2-1 being able to block isn't relevant. The 1-1 not able to block isn't relevant. I don't have anything pumping the board right now. So I want to get this Teacher because I can play this into a Lobotomy, which would get me another power. And with Equivocate and Lobotomy, I have a good amount of removal that it's theoretically possible Teacher could get through. Alright, so right now, Hideaway into Lobotomy on that 5/5 seems very nice. And if I were to attack, I'd be able to kill this 3/3. He's actually thinking of attacking right now. I would... okay, so... got the Hideaway. Then I'm going to destroy the Hideaway to kill this buddy pal. Nothing at 1, so I'm going to go ahead and see what's on top. Another Rat Cage is phenomenal. I love Ratty Cage. Obviously don't attack with that. He can get rid of his 3/3. I do not mind here. That's completely fine. That was giving his draws Berserk. That's particularly good against our deck without blocking capacity. So Berserk really goes off on things. Case in point, Berserk goes off on things. I wish my Equivocate was up. That feels so bad. It would have stopped 10 damage. Okay. Currently, I'm about to draw a Rat Cage. What do they run in Fire? What does this deck run in Fire? They used to run Show, but it wasn't in their market. And so it's still not Show. Okay, so at 5 power, I'm going to keep this open, so I don't think Mystic is going to work for me. I think Vault of the Praxis, try to get out of here through value. I'm going to attempt to get out of here through value, because Vault with the Rat Cage makes it, with 2 Rat Cages, makes it so that anytime I play a Relic, I draw a card once per turn. And that really can grind people down.
Ignite your inner fire.
Okay. So he's going to give both of his Overwhelm guys Berserk. I can block one of them with my 4/4. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that, obviously. If I do this, I take 2 damage, but I keep a 4/4 for later, which is probably important. Okay, so that's... here we go. Let's see if the value thing pays off. I said I would go for value, I'm going for the value. Okay, next turn I'll be at 7. I already have the one I need. Yeah, I already have the... Gonna keep my blocker open. So, being able to give my board +2/+2 is pretty nice. Okay. Fair.
The pen is mightier than the eternal.
Also fair. He's gonna kill the 0/3. Okay. Oh. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Not nearly enough. I think I'll ambush in case he has another one of those.
Fresh kills make the best pelts.
Actually, this is better. Puts a blocker in. Breaks his weapon. And it's possible that I draw power next turn, swap this out for Bizarre Stampede, get my board +3/+3, which is lethal. So,
Time for the finishing blow.
That's cool. Neat. Cool, neat, neat. I want to draw power here. It's not power. But it does... I can fill my board here. So I'm going to attack. Yeah. I'm going to attack. Because I only lose one guy. And I'm going to take a second turn, and this is going to be phenomenal! That's funny. Second turn. What? Oh, it's start. Yeah. Whoops! That hadn't come up before. It's at the start of your turn. I guess he didn't have a way to remove one of our units. Let's see. We're going against a good doctor here, so... Alright. I don't like the hand. It has nothing particularly explosive. I love Severin, but I much prefer having a teacher on 2. It just feels better. Teacher on 2 feels much better. Oh, he's going down to 1. Going down to 1 is Goog. Goog for me. I need the paw. But I also need the double time, so no paw today. No paw! I would rather get teacher in than be able to use that one particular merchant for now. Okay?
You're a sad bunch.
Such a sad bunch. Dr. Worm, please attack me all out. Dr. Worm, still please attack me. Okay.
Take this.
What?
Now, the real train.
Why? Why would you do this?
The forest.
I honestly don't know. I don't know why you did that. I'm troubled. What is this deck? Why would he let it through and then draw cards? Why? I'm so dazzled.
The forest holds many secrets.
It was just to draw cards. Might as well get rid of the 1/1. I don't know what his deck is. Could very easily have a way to get rid of my 1 health dude. Okay. Okay, Dr. Worm. So... yeah, I got the paw and then I play Severin. So now to the bottom. Then I draw more power. More power! So a lot of card advantage, because that power is really some of the best cards in my entire deck. Like, this power is really a clock. This power is really a vault. Okay, he's at 7. He's gonna copy my boy. Got a couple of rings. Ooh. Very nice. I like what you're doing, Dr. Worm.
Let's go.
Alright. Considering I'll have 3 relics.
Fresh kills make the best pelts.
with my current board. I want the vault. I want it. I want the vault. Then I want to get rid of one of this grenade in. And draw and get rid of one of these power. Turn it into something better again. Like, say, a rat cage. So I can draw again this turn. I believe this deck is going off. I have too many cards. You can tell I don't really particularly care for diplomatic seals in the late game. It's more here to get teacher off sometimes. It's fine. That's fine. I've already gotten my value off of it. So here, with his board, I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to bounce and bounce. That way, yeah, he quits. You got off to a rough start. I feel bad. You probably, that was a kind of cool deck. I love it when they play, like, End of Hostilities is a phenomenal card. It's nice to see it in the meta again. It had dipped out for a little bit after Kenedon's. It's good to see it back. Nuclear. Let's get physical. Yeah, I love this. So, Rat Cage, best card in the deck. Teacher on 2. Looking good. Going to play the Diplo on 1 for time in case I get another Diplo for the second time. Because theoretically this could be 2 life. It's not going to happen, but it's theoretically possible. It's mathematically unlikely. So, I have all my colors. That's really good in a starting hand. But mainly, I love getting Teacher off on 2, and I love having Rat Cage in my hand. Which is really shocking. Saying, like, colors come secondary to me for that, but as long as I have the colors to play a powerful start, I worry about the influence for this deck later on. It's different with other decks, but with this deck, I just need to make sure I get that powerful momentum going early, because once you've lost momentum in this deck, it's really hard to come back unless you have a really good setup. Like, for example, 2 Rat Cages and a Vault. Then you can, like, build value and get value to escape a little hole you've built yourself into. Alrighty. So, gonna go for the turn 2 Teach.
You're a sad bunch.
See what this fellow does. Oh, sorry. Ending turn. My bad. Oops. Sorry, guy. Okay. So, I think I'm going to bounce. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna bounce that. Just so I can get a This actually, I have to play first, because when I hit him, it's going to play a Relic, which is going to get me a second rat. Quite funny. Yeah, that's a really fun interaction in this deck. Really enjoyable. Alright. This guy, he's got a scary sword. Scary sword card back icon. And he's nuclear, so he might go nuclear on us. Let's see. Next turn I can play a couple of rats, a 2-1, and have a 3-1 weapon. So I can really explode onto the board next turn. Don't know what the plan is here, because I'm not exactly sure what the opponent is doing. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to use my Pitfall Trap to kill it, because he's going to block a rat right now. He thinks he's being ambushing, but I have a trap in response to his trap. And mine is a pitfall trap. Go for it! It's always good to have a response. It feels so nice. There we go. And now that that's out of the way, I can go ahead and hit him with the spear since he has nothing on the board. I just like that it's essentially charge damage. I'll play this so that I can draw and discard. I don't think the ambush is particularly important here. I think having the bigger bodies is against these colors. I don't see... He could definitely play a weapon, and in that case I'd prefer the ambush unit. Is he playing the deck that steals and sacrifices your stuff? He is. I saw it on Reddit this morning. That's a cool deck. I like your style. Have we met? Okay, so... So this is really a 3-2 at this point, but I want to see what's on top. I'm going to put that on the bottom.
Fresh kills make the best pelts.
And next turn, I'm going to go with give my board +4/+4. Don't need that. Okay. So 16 damage out of nowhere is especially painful when you're at 9. And the best blocker that you can... So, yeah, the best you would be able to block with one blocker would be this 8/8, which would be 15 damage to him. Even if he was able to block 2 of these guys, he'd still take 10. So he's in a very dire situation. This deck exists by stealing and sacrificing your stuff. So it's like, for example, Madness, but then not necessarily... Yeah, Burglarize will steal one of my relics. It's still not enough, because I do this. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. That's a really cool deck. I would be playing it right now, but I'm trying to get into Masters. I don't know why he's playing it at Diamond 2. That deck, it's really fun, but I'd play it after you make it into Masters, just because if you care about getting into Masters, if you're happy in Diamond, then yeah, play whatever you want. But that Premium Legendary is pretty good for the collection. If you're neurotic and love building giant collections like this guy, yeah, this has everything I love. Like I said earlier, it's got all the colors, and it has Teacher. Worthy? Why, thank you. Exciting. So, I'm gonna play this first so that I can play Teacher on 2. Wonder if it's my sword that makes me worthy. He seems pretty worthy at 560. I wonder if he thinks I'm worthy now that I'm playing a Teacher on 2. Kind of. Justice has Defiance, so he could very much be going into Defiance me, which is fine. I'll be sure to play my Feln Banner first, although, yeah, definitely that's important because I wouldn't be able to play my Rackage before I was able to play the Feln Banner, so I wouldn't be able to have enough mana. Go ahead. I'm not going to bounce this 2/3 because it's a free 2/3 here, and I want to maintain card value. So, while I could go ahead and bounce it, it doesn't... This is better for me because this will stay in my hand. He doesn't get a random unit in his. Alright. Turn 3, putting 4/3 on the board doesn't feel bad, especially when you're able to have every relic getting a +1, a 1/1 on the board. And also especially when you can give the entire board a giant buff. So, I'm going to attack all out here. He could block my 2/1. I don't really care. I want to pressure as much damage as I can here. I don't have a way to buff the board, so the number of my units isn't as important as the chip damage. You have to go for like different strategies in this deck. You can either be aiming for the chip damage, or you can be planning on getting the whole big board buffs. And when you're getting the big board buffs, those 1/1s are really 5/5s down the road, so you don't necessarily want to throw them away.
Now it's my turn.
I'm actually going to sack, yeah. because I'm not going to be playing that next turn. Maybe I am. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this because it turns my Pitfall Trap into something a little bit nicer. Just gonna attack with these two. With the lifesteal, I don't want him to block one of the 1/1s with the lifesteal and then not be able to hit him with a Pitfall Trap. That's fine. So here, I'm going to give him a 2.
Take this.
I haven't played any units this turn, so I'm just going to go ahead and
Let's go.
do that, because Pitfall Trap doesn't actually... Oh, now it does. I had to think that through a little bit. Don't care about another teacher this late. Board wipes are real. Fabrod. Alright. Let's get a Rat Cage. Attack all out.
Step up and try your luck.
Okay. I'm very wide right now.
Now it's my turn.
There's a 1/1. No blocks. He draws. He's choosing at the moment. There we go. Just one draw. Cool. So he's really at 12 here. He's gonna block 2 and take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of his 12, which is neat. He's gonna kill the 2, 2 and the 3, 3. I'm keeping this in case I get a unit next turn. Oh, sorry. I can do it now. The synergy is pretty nice here with being able to play a 1/1 and then being able to use Pitfall Trap every single turn to throw away power I don't want. Ooh, that's going to get him a lot of life. And send me to 15. That was a good thing to hit off Tavrod. Okay, so he's going to go to 14, but he's not going to have lifesteal open. Might need to keep these up as blockers for Tavi.
The journey to Almora is long.
Okay. So... I'm going to bounce Tavrod. Attack all out. I could keep these up as blockers, but I think every single bit of damage counts right here. That's fine.
The desert is far from barren.
Let me kill this. He loses. If he doesn't play anything, he loses. Exactly. He exactly loses. Okay, that was a pretty close match. Pretty close. And we are also very close to Masters now. 77 out of 100. That means we have 23 to go, 2 matches. 2 matches. Mark Peppa, please be playing a meme. Please. Alright, so we can use that for the shadow. not the greatest hand, but it's decent in that it has courier and a 3-drop, and it has a scout, has all the colors. Not as powerful as some of the earlier stuff we've had going on, but it'll do. I got the shadow I wanted. I definitely don't want one of those. Don't have a bunch of relics to sack.
Never stop.
I'd like a pitfall trap right now. Should have played one of these, but I'm not letting him on. Let's see if we're punished. Yeah, that's pretty strong. That's pretty strong. I can't even get it with a pitfall trap anymore. And he gained a lot of life there. I think I might have lost by not playing that last turn.
Forest holds many secrets.
Because if I had played that last turn, I would have been able to play this turn and still have all my power, and been able to take whatever nonsense this becomes and put it on the bottom. That would have been interesting. Because 5 life steal,
Something got you out.
it's a 10 differential. I made a big mistake there.
No escape.
Getting smacked around. Getting smacked around big time.
Let's play a game.
Let's play a game. Let's draw mana. Draw a sigil. I'm sorry, Magic. Ugh. It's been a while since I played Magic, and I still say meta. I've been playing Eternal for years. I haven't had time for Magic, really. Neat. Let's see, what would be the worst thing here? He's going to give this +4/+4 on Aegis through the Kivoriat. Yeah, look at that! Look at what he just did! And it has Overwhelm. Okay. 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 That's cool.
Let's play a game.
Oh, 2 of them, huh? So that it's available to be displayed. Every mana is important here. I think this match is lost, though. He's gotten way too much value off the Palace. That early misplay on the power was particularly painful, and I got punished, which is very fair. Okay, he's gonna play something on that? And get another something up to 4 mana? No, he's
Something
not.
got you out.
Okay. You can still get a 1-drop, but I doubt it. Don't think that's what he's gonna do. Be a waste. Okay. Oh, would you look at that? It's over. Completely fair.
No escape.
Ooh, exact. He didn't go for the 0-3. This is a man of class. He went for the 4-5. Alrighty. There we go. Madai Kaganizina. Zinya? Alright. So I can get the paw off of Severin. I have a great turn 3. Get the primal. Don't call it a paw when it's a primal. It's a paw. It's literally a picture of a paw. I want this to be more power, so I'm going to hold on to it. It's also useful against fire. They have Oni War, like, Warhogen.
Never break. I will have justice.
No, sleep! Till Brooklyn. Very good with a Rackage in hand. Very good.
The forest holds many secrets.
And he also pairs very well with the existing Rat Cage and Courier that we have. He really needs to torch right here. There's the Oni Warden that I mentioned previously. Definitely try to chip him in there. That can't block anyway.
Let's play a game.
I do need the paw. I do like the life, so I'm going to get rid of the lobotomy. Like, every one of these relics is somewhat useful. Getting the weapons, everything. So, here, he's most likely got a torch or something. So fine, that's fine. I'll take 2. I'm at 25. I really don't care. I don't want to lose either of those 2 blockers. They both can do really good stuff. So I'm just going to do that. Really strong start. 10 damage swinging in compared to his 2. I think we're winning the damage race. Yeah, he doesn't want to be part of this. So that undoes that last misplay that we did earlier. We can forget about the last match. I didn't play the right power. Baldur's Gate. Alright, so we can use this or that. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. Gonna keep it because it has Rat Cage with 2 relics. Translates this one is a 1 mana 3/3, essentially, if you want to think about it in that way, or it's a 1 mana 1/1 that turns this into a 1/1 and this into a 3/2. In addition to their regular abilities of dealing 1 damage and everything. I think we're good there. So the thing we're missing is the second time. We've got the second paw. We have 3 power though. Honestly? Yeah, let's go for... Let's go for the more damage as fast as possible by getting that on 1, that out on 2, or potentially this out on 2. Either way. Okay. So we're going the damage route. Could have gone a different way using that as power more conservatively, but I'm trying to get as much damage out as early as possible this round. Based on the hand we have. Okay, Valkyrie Enforcer, there's nothing great to silence here. In fact, on 2 of our units it benefits us. So I'm going to attack here. And I can kill, no matter what he blocks, I can kill it with these 2. So we're set. Block a 1/1, honestly. It's better for us. It doesn't look like it's better for us to him. But blocking the 1/1 leaves us with more damage on the board. It feels so good. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm not entirely sorry. Not entirely sorry. Because it just feels so good that you're not mortified or anything. I would like power. Because we'll get our 4/6 out with the Rat Cage. And it'll allow us to raid. Okay. Going to 5 would be important with this many relics, so I'm going to toss the lobotomy. Yeah, I just like these 2 because this gets me to 5 and this allows me to give our board +4/+4. Okay, so a space. Fuck. Cool. So we have him really close. I don't like doing this, but it's, I think, a good play. Because we have everything we need to go crazy on our board. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. on the board. 5 mana for 28 damage on the board is ridiculous, especially when they're at 8 health. So that 4/8, if he attacks, he still only has 1 blocker. You could theoretically give it Berserk and get 2 blockers, still not going to save him. So he's attacking and getting some lifesteal. It's not enough to save him. He's about to be drowned in damage. Truly drowned in damage. Like, it's honestly ridiculous. And he just lost a blocker as well. It's over. There's no card in the game that saves him. Neat! Uno más! We can do it! We recorded this whole Diamond... I think we started at Diamond 2. It's been a while. I don't know how long the stream's been going. But I do know that we've had 0 people in the stream. But hey, I got to record for a video for my own personal enjoyment many years down the line, when I am a old, wizened person. Both wizened and old. This is fine. It has Teacher on 2. It has 3 mana crazy combo, which I can use that to get the paw, one of the paw for that. It's always been... Oh, you just quit. You let me in a master. Thank you. Okay. Well, we made it all the way. Kind of anticlimactic entering. But we're here. Thanks for watching my stream. Me in the future. So it won't technically be a stream, although it was originally recorded live. Either way. Thanks for watching. Today has been really fun. So I hope that you also enjoyed some of those wild matches and maybe give the deck a shot. It's really enjoyable and it has the potential to take even a bad player like me all the way up to Masters. So give it a shot.